Hey guys, Scott with Heritage Farms, Texas. All right, well here is the final video on the gate opener and the finished rolling gate. Well, I say finished, we're 90% of the way there. The only thing we have left to do is the actual hard wiring of the electricity. You can see I've got it rednecked with an extension cord over to the shop, but we got it installed. So what do we have? This right here, I'm not sure which brand it is. It's either a Cozy, C-O-Z, or an SL60 or 600 electric gate opener. This thing comes from China. It's very generic. Depending on the size of your gate and what you're trying to do, this thing costs like, let's just say under $300. I mean, it could be as low as $190, $250. I'm not sure when you get some of the bells and whistles like the little enforcer safety light switch, which did not come with it. And you can buy additional keypads, wireless keypads. I've got a video I'll post on that. Also, depending on the number of remotes that you get, which comes with these generic remotes, which you can program up to 4 different things, but we just use the top button. So really inexpensive. How does it work? Well, you got this sprocket system in here. One center drive sprocket and then the other 2 are tension. You have adjustable tie ends where you can adjust spring tension. The hardest part of this thing is picking up the sensors, and how this works. You have a lower sensor and an upper sensor on the other end of the gate, and this dictates whether or not it's going to open or close. This right here is a magnet, and this is a magnet, and when it gets in line, it actually senses that and works from it. So you can see this is the hardest part. We had to fabricate these brackets, and I just used some metal that had some adjustable holes in it we got from Lowe's with some lock washers. That way it gave me up and down adjustability. And then also I used threaded screws here that I can move this bracket out or back, but you had to be a perfect distance in here to make this work. So that's the hardest part of this whole deal, was getting these brackets in line. But I had these brackets in line and I just couldn't make it work. The thing kept acting crazy. It kept coming off of the shafts. Look at there, we got Kimber, the new company dog. We got Coco, the original company dog. My daughter's dog, Sadie, is visiting. We're dog crazy here today. Hey, but I digress. Back to the review at hand. So we had a lot of problems. If you look right now, you notice the chain is over the center drive sprocket. The instructions tell you to put it underneath the center drive sprocket. You also have a switch in here for left-hand applications and right-hand applications. Ours is a right-hand application. The switch is in the right-hand application. I couldn't get it to work. It just drove me crazy. I just so happened I watched a YouTube video on another channel, and I happened to catch a glimpse that the chain was over the sprocket. Well, my instructions said under. I looked at it and I came out and tried it, and sure enough it solved it and it started working. So if you're having problems trying to install this thing yourself, you may have to play around. I think they have the switch wired backwardly, but anyway, we figured it out. It works. So watch this. So this is on the bottom, which tells it's in the closed position. We press the button and it's going to go and it's going to start actually opening here. And as this thing opens, trying to do this to make sure Kimber doesn't run out of the compound. You can see here's the switch on this end, the chain adjustment. Watch this, and notice how this magnet is actually at the high end, whereas the previous one was at the low end. That's how simple this thing is. So let's watch this. Oh, it also has a sensor and a beam that we installed. And when it starts to close, if I walk in front of it, it actually catches it, opens up. So there you go, guys. There's my review. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. I wasn't going to do any hardwire electrical and burying conduit until I knew I could get it to work. And this little guy right here, from the time we had the gate rolling, I kid you not, I probably have 30 hours in trying to figure out that thing. I had more problems. I couldn't make it work. There's no instructions. Anyway, you just have to keep jacking with it until you finally get it just right. And I think we did. So it's got a cover that goes on it. Mounts like that. And there's your your gate. One thing pretty cool about it too is as it opens, it has an automatic close feature that you can adjust anywhere from from 30 seconds to 45 seconds. We have it in the 30-second mode, so when you drive through the gate, it automatically closes after 30 seconds. Or if you leave to go to town or something like that, it'll actually do it. So while it's looking at the 30 seconds, you can see how we changed this. This is where we moved the fence. You can see we took things down. This was new fence that we put up with the columns. We're gonna come over here. This is one of the reasons we did it. If you remember in our original video, we had there used to be a red tip hedge there, wrought iron fence. We took all of that out. We installed railroad cross tie retaining wall, which, man, what a job that was. We put the Mexican feather grass in, and this is great because it catches leaves and debris before it goes into the pool. Look at there, the gate's closing. 30-second automatic rule. How cool is that? Check that out. Like money. But now we have this huge backyard. There's the Silver Bullet work truck. It actually got a bath for the second time in its life. I hope it doesn't get spoiled. But this is what I wanted. I wanted that drive up curb appeal when you pull into the compound at the corporate offices, that you got a nice view of the pool, big backyard. So all right guys, the other option on motors for electric gates gets really expensive. LiftMaster is like one of the premium versions. That's what a lot of people use. Well, I started researching it and they're like $1,500 bucks, $1,200, $1,800. I got $250, I think, in this one. And you know what? If it lasts 2 years and I have to throw it away, I'll buy another one, and now I know what I'm doing, so I can install it probably pretty quick. But if you're not very handy with yourself, I don't recommend this, because you have to be able to troubleshoot and figure things out on your own, because the directions are just not great. They're just average. So it is what it is. But hey, there's the electric gate opener. Hope you guys like it. Hit the thumbs up, leave us a comment. Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.